Here's the progress on my 1968 Daysailor converted to a motorized fishing boat. But now it's going to eventually become a trawler. Picked up a 9.8 Tohatsu. Built the transom. More importantly, cut the trunk out the boat, which had a keel, swing keel. The original bottom of the boat, you can see the line came down to here. It didn't have a strake or a fin on the boat, so which means when you power by motor without the keel, it goes all the way down full length of the hull. I said adjust the trailer bunkers to compensate for the height, but I added about 1.5 inches thick of keel there, about 3 inches here, and feathered it in. It's going to help us cut through the waves. More importantly, it's going to help it track straight when I'm planing. This is a planing sailboat, which is why I chose it. You can make it go faster than a regular sailboat. As mentioned, I cut the trunk out. Still need to cover the hole. For now, the seats are going to stay because it's adding a lot of strength to the hull. But I plan on removing the seats, building the floor. Eventually, I'm going to raise the sides up to meet the new transom. Now the motor I picked up is an extra long 26-inch foot. That's really long. The stock transom up to here is about 17 inches. I had to go up to 26. I still got a piece to add. I've got to finish the fiberglass, the cap off the wood, and I added this piece here. It clears the motor. More importantly, the transom on these little sailboats are almost vertical, maybe a 2-degree lean back on it. And with that much lean back, if you're stopped and waves hit the stern, the waves will splash up and come over onto the hull. So this is gonna, when a wave hits it, it's gonna direct the wave out, where I'm not gonna get all that splashback. And it's also gonna help with reverse water coming over the stern in reverse, which is a problem I had with this hull with the 4 horsepower I had on it. It originally had a transom well right here, a little 4 horse with mount offset to the side. Now no longer have the transom well. The transom's solid. I built it to hold 25 horsepower. It's tied into the floor. Everything still needs to be finished, faired, but it's very solid. And this was the original back deck length, was from here to here. I added all this extra because when this motor's tilted up, if you catch something in the wheel, you cannot reach the prop from inside the boat because of the extra long length. So that's going to help me get out to the prop. Just a small update. And, the tiller height is actually great stand-up height. I can get in the boat, show you that. You can see the tiller's almost waist high. So it's pretty much gonna be a big solo skiff. I'm expecting 15 to 18 miles per hour from this little Tohatsu 9.8. May get a little more, but really uncertain. I've had this motor on a boat that weighs 900 pounds, and I got 15 out of it. This boat right now, as it sits, we're a little above 600 pound mark, not including the weight of the motor. The boat I tested on was 900 pounds, not counting me, the motor, or gear, and I still got 15. So I'm expecting to get at least that 15 miles per hour out of her. The Daysailor ones are easily available. They're cheap. Tens of thousands of them are made from the, I want to say, late 50s through current. You can still buy them. They're not made by the same company. This is O'Day, I believe. Precision, a company called Precision owns them. And there's a lot of companies that replicated this hull. Was such a successful hull. It became a class racer. There's plenty Daysailor 1 races, and there's a Daysailor 2, and a Daysailor 3. A lot of people prefer the Daysailor 1s. The 2 and 3 just updated versions with double bottoms, lighter, and enclosed cockpit. The cockpit for now is going to stay. Debating on getting rid of it. Eventually I'm going to raise up the size of the boat. I'm going to get rid of this transom and fantail that I built. And the sides are going to come up to here. About 6.5 inches out. And it's going to taper down to about 2 inches of height added to the bow. So if you can visualize it. Try to get the whole thing in frame, but I don't think I can. It's basically going to be 6.5 inches higher in the rear, and it's going to taper down to meet the front. That's going to give it a more appealing shape for what I'm trying to do with it. By next year, I'm going to have a cabin, make this a trawler, and I'm probably going to go inboard. I'm going to build a floor in here. That's why I cut the old trunk. I left it 3 inches high. I'm going to build a 3-inch tall double floor in here. I'm going to have an empty cavity right here with a false cover, because eventually there's going to be a motor well with an inboard engine. Because I don't plan on keeping this extra long foot forever. I love the convenience of an outboard, and I also like the convenience of an inboard. But if you play in a lot of shallow waters like we have in Louisiana, an outboard is a better route to go. Because you catch something in the wheel with an inboard, you pretty much have to get in the water. Outboard, I don't have to get in the water. Yeah, it's a small update. Probably be about 2 weeks before I make another update. It may be sooner. Maybe in a day or two, I'll finish my glassing and go do a test run on her. It won't be a big update, you know, but it'd be nice to see it in the water, see how this hull performs on top at around 15-20 miles per hour. I do know this boat's capable of sailing at 15 miles per hour. It's a very fast little sailboat. Very efficient in the water. My 4 horsepower pushed her at 7 miles per hour. So this 9.8 should do really well. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it if you give it a like or a comment. Love to hear your thoughts.